Hello to my lovely people. Good afternoon. Hi guys. I'm so glad that we are connecting with each other again. It's Friday and I hope many of you are looking forward to the weekend. Me too. And spring is starting, so let me know which one of you has got a sunshine already. We have some sun. Well, not today. 2 days in a row we had a sun. But really cold because we have still snow on the mountains, so it's not warm yet. But spring is coming nevertheless. So for those of you who are feeling still a little bit tired from winter, there's a hope, guys. It's coming. And I'm welcoming you all because today we are going to do something very practical. We are going to do exercise, kind of hands-on exercise that will take, I call it Wheel of Life, where we will together look at different areas of life that are influencing our life, and perhaps we will reveal something together. You are feeling, if you are in a stage of your life when you're feeling kind of like stuck, but you really can't name it, can't put the finger on it where you're feeling stuck. It is an excellent exercise which reveals a lot of things, and I love to do it actually every year. Zuzi, ciao. Zuzka is joining us.
Am I upside down?
Upside down. Oh, no. Now you're kind of like that from my side. Yeah, go this way. This is, I don't know how it looks like on your side, but this is good for us.
Okay, it looks like I'm on the side, but anyway, I said to Lutska, I have a new phone, so I don't know how this is gonna go, but on my side, I'm like this. But anyway, if you see it, fine. If you
Susie,
see
you
it,
got a
fine.
nice
It's okay.
makeup today. I really like it.
Yeah,
I don't know
thank you.
what you did, but it looks nice.
Yeah, thank you.
So again, I'm greeting you all together with Susanna, and for those of you who are joining us, another Suska is joining us. Hello, Susie. We are going to be talking about how to get unstuck in life and how to get more clarity about moving forward, because our life and happiness, satisfaction, those kind of things in life consist on and depend on many kind of particles, many areas of life, from which we picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 main ones. Of course there is more, but from my perspective and the exercise I do to my clients is 8 main areas which we will reveal in a moment and go through together, which really impact the way we feel about ourselves, the quality of our life, the overall satisfaction and happiness. So today I strongly recommend to get a pen and paper. For those of you who are watching us live, if you can't, you can, watch us again from replay and do this with us when, in case you're at work, maybe in the evening. I strongly recommend this exercise. Zuzka also knows this exercise very well. I often give it to my new clients as a starting point, just so we can kind of see what we can, what area to focus on, which would make the greatest impact on their life, and then everything else evolves as well with that. So let's just briefly introduce ourselves for those of you who don't know us. Zuzi, you can go first. I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, okay. So, hello, my name is Zuzana Taylor. I'm a transformational coach, business coach, and EFT practitioner. I help or guide women back to themselves so that they are successful. They lead from their true self, from their self from within, that feels good for them, so that all the areas of their lives, including business, are aligned, with who they are. So that's like in short, this is what I do. And yeah, I enjoy what I do. So yeah, been doing it for 7 years now.
Going,
Yeah,
this is 7 years now. I can't
7 years.
believe.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Thank you, Zuzi. So my name is Lucia Hoxa. I'm a transformational fertility and relationship coach. I have been working in area of relationship for past 20 years, and then about 5 years ago, 5 years ago, I added fertility as one of my niches because it has been my long journey towards motherhood. But what I'm really passionate is relationships, and that's actually one of the areas we are going to be talking about today. And do you know how I know it? I'm still passionate about it even after all those years, because when my friends come for a for a visit, and we have those late drinks on a balcony till like 6 o'clock in the morning, we always end up talking with all my friends about relationships and about things that matter. I'm very openly and honestly, and I like that when humans share, where I can do anything, whether through my work or off work, whether I can support my people in having a healthy, beautiful, long lasting relationships where we feel whole, we feel nourished, we feel complete, we don't have to pretend anything. Imagine where by your side is someone who you can totally lean on, you can 100% trust. And it's just, if we are talking about men to female male relationship, if it's there's someone who that you're going to grow old, and there's always going to something you find to laugh about together, it's really precious thing. And especially these days when life is so hectic, and we all deal with a lot of stuff, it's priceless to have someone you can be in relationship like this with. And I think we all deserve it, and I'm a big stand for you to have it, because it's possible no matter what you're going through right now. So that's a little bit about me. And now we are going to slowly move towards exercise called Wheel of Life. So those of you who are joining us just now, feel free to take a pen and paper, because you are going to do the work today. And I'm very excited about this. So you can, I just suggest for the beginning, I always do it this way: just write down, Wheel of Life, and maybe today's date, so when you've done this. The reason why I like to do Wheel of Life is that, I don't know about you, Susie, but it always gives me some kind of clarity about where I stand right now.
Yeah.
In life, in different areas of life, because you will see in a moment we will be kind of rating different areas of life, very authentically. This is your thing, nobody else will see it, so it's your private. Be as honest as you can with yourself. And after doing this exercise, I think you might have is a beautiful little reflection on how you really feel about life. And maybe you will even reveal area of your life which you would like to pay more attention to. And if you do, then you can move forward and have even more satisfaction in life, which is why we are talking about.
And what's nice about it is that once you start doing this, you'll see how the different areas of life are connected, or they kind of overlap each other. So you can actually connect the dots as well. So once we start doing it, you'll see how you can all connect it and what kind of shape comes up where you are higher, where you're lower. So it's a good exercise to do, and then also later on reflect on as well when you're doing this.
And it's interesting to see, I do all this exercise always in January, like kind of at the beginning of the year, and I always keep it in one place. And I've got a special kind of exercise book for this. and it's nice to have a look where you've been like year ago,
Yeah.
you know, and what kind of things you rated. And guys, is I never yet met a person who's got a 10, because we will be rating it from 1 to 10 every area. I never yet met a person which got a 10 in every single area. So please don't give yourself a hard time.
Yeah.
I don't have a 10 everywhere. I don't think I ever had, and maybe I never will. But that's not the aim. The aim is to be honest and to reflect and to see. And why we are reflecting, guys, is that you don't have to do this. I don't have to do this. I mean, it's not necessary. But I believe that if we are just going through life kind of blindly like this, just working, housework, how routine gets you, without paying attention and taking at least a little moment to pause and at least talk to a friend and say, okay, how I'm doing right now, how I'm feeling right now, how I'm feeling about this, how I'm feeling about my work, how I'm feeling, energetically, what is my vitality like. If we never kind of tune in, then we are kind of floating through life. Life is going really quick, and before we know it, it's gone. It's over. So I'm trying to get your attention to slow down a little bit and pay attention to these things, because it actually really matters.
It matters, and it makes a difference. Like I said, everything is connected, and we might be thinking or wondering why we're stuck or can't get past this thing. And this might be just the thing to actually see it on that piece of paper that, yes, maybe this area I need to pay more attention to, and then see what happens.
So let's get you unstuck. Let's start, shall we? Okay, pens and papers ready. Alžbetka is saying hello. Hello, Alžbetka. We're greeting you. Where are you joining us from? Let us know, guys. Let's make this interactive, and let us know whether you're ready. Just say ready in comments, even if you are watching it from replay, which I know many of you will. And let's slowly start. So we will actually send you Wheel of Life, the image of it, in the comments, but we want to keep you in anticipation. So we are going to start with first area. Alžbetka is joining us from England. Hello to England. Zuzi, pick first one. I'll let you.
So let's just go I'm going to go from top. Go clockwise. Go clockwise, and from top is finance. We jump straight into finances.
Yeah.
So the first one is finances. So like Lucia already mentioned, you're going to be rating where you are on the scale from 0 to 10. 10 is like you're satisfied, you're happy with your finances, and this is going to be in all areas that we're going to go through. You're happy, you wouldn't want to change anything, and 0 or 1 is the lowest. Yeah, so
and I say on every single rating, guys, don't worry about, just rate it how you feel it right now. Because if you are having a good day, I'm talking from my own perspective, when you're having a good day, you see things a little bit more positive, and you might give it a higher number than on the days when you're feeling crap. You might put, but don't worry about it. Just rate it the way you feel right now, and that's good enough. Don't try to get it perfect or anything.
And whatever number pops up first, that's the number that you rate. Don't think about it too much.
And like finance, it can be different for everyone. It's your subjective feeling. Someone can have, I don't know, 7, and that person's got already savings behind, but it's not as much as they would like to, or something. And someone's 7 would be like, I don't know, I've got I've got enough to pay the bills, and I can have holidays once a year. It's very, very subjective. It's about how you, and this is beautiful thing about this exercise, it's about how you perceive it, and what makes you feel 10 would be. And you can think about it even in a way that, okay, my 10 would be if this is, you know, and think
Yeah.
about it, like dare to dream, but at the same time think about realistically. So, you know, not like if I have a 3 million on my bank account, but, you know, like something like, okay, this would be my 10. And,
Hmm.
you know, when you rate yourself, let's say you say 6, um, write down also either now while we are talking or later on, you can come back to this exercise and write down why is it for you 6. Is because, you know, I'm fine with this and this is good in terms of finances, I've got a stable job, blah blah blah, but you know, it's this is still not happening and I wish to be able to have this, and I don't know, new car or something. Yeah, does that make sense, guys? Yeah. Yes. Hello, Tanya. From Bratislava, not from Dubai. Tanichka, ahoy. Good to have you here. Okay, let's move on. So that was finance. Let's go to area number 2.
It's personal growth. It's area number
Personal
2,
growth.
personal growth. So think about things where you would like to, where you are right now. And personal growth is like things like feeling better about yourself, feeling good about yourself, doing things for yourself, like learning or learning new things that you feel that you're growing as a person. So yeah, those are the things. Does it make sense?
It's I guess it's the feeling that you feel that, exactly like Zuzka said, you are growing as a person, that you are learning new things about
New things, yeah.
yourself that maybe you never saw before.
Challenging a bit, challenging a little bit, yeah.
By the qualities you had, you realize that, oh, I can do these things better than other people, and you get more self-aware about where you stand, or things that you are not doing that well, or you know, when you learn, oh, so in these kind of situations, are triggering for me, so, and I wonder why is it triggering me, and you make some kind of connection to your childhood. You know, is being more self-aware, and this kind of knowledge helps you to understand yourself more, to communicate better, to choose better options in life. You know, the choices become much easier, much clearer when you know what are your values, what are your beliefs, what is really important, which you in life, which something that you would never trade off something for something else. Like last 2 weeks I was saying to Susanna, I had to make very big, you know, choice for my life, you know, that is going to impact my family and whole my future. And I, you know, it was really helping me to 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 yet again, you know, like delve into my values, delve into what is really, you know, connecting with my soul, and not be afraid to say no to something and say clear yes to something else. So, you know, it's very, I think personal growth is very important for us, because if we don't grow, if we don't feel we are growing as a human beings, there is a stagnation and that sense of us being stuck. And of course, if we don't have a personal growth, if we are not growing ourselves, I think it impacts other areas of our life which we feel we are stagnating in.
I would say, like I said, I would say it impacts all the areas of your life, of our lives.
Yeah.
And yeah, because it's, like I said, all of these things are connected. So yeah, I think the personal growth is,
like,
we grow, and it's an ongoing thing. You never, that's why in personal growth, I think for myself, I'm not going to be up on 10 when, you know, it's not to go for that goal to be up at 10, because life carries on. We have, you know, things are moving. Life is not just like straightforward and okay, I've done this clearing, or I've done, you know, worked on whatever improving myself, and that's it. I'm done now for the rest of my life. I've reached 10 and that's it.
Do you
So
know
it's an
what? It carry
ongoing
on,
thing.
I think, to our next lives. It's
Yeah.
not just in this life, it goes beyond, Anyway, if there is
So
such a
yeah.
thing as
So that's not the
eternal
goal
life,
to go
who
for
knows?
10
Who
with
knows?
personal
Yeah.
growth.
But can you see already we only mentioned 2 areas, and it's wonderful because can you see, like, for example, if you take many of my clients, one of the side effects of a coaching, they found they are feeling more confident, they are
Hmm.
feeling more outspoken, they are hesitating less to ask for more money at work, for example.
Yeah.
And can you see how already these 2 areas are impacting, like, once you get more confidence, you
Yeah.
might ask for more money in your work environment. You
Yeah.
might take actions that you never considered, even never crossed your mind taking. And that
Yeah.
impacts, for example, your
The
finances.
finances.
You might get a courage to buy a new house, or, take a loan, or, just examples that
Exactly.
something you would be scared to do before
Yeah.
finding
Yeah.
a new man.
Absolutely. So that's personal growth. The next one is health.
Mm,
So where are you on that scale with health?
yeah. Rate yourself 1 to 10 again.
I think health, we don't have to explain that much. Everyone knows about their health and where they are. And what I would like to say is that the personal, again, is connected, right? So it affects the health as well. Because if I'll just use your example, if someone is if someone is like not self-assured or shy or hiding away, and they want to have more money, or and that affects your health when you're shy, and when you like know that you have to get to some kind of goal, like I want more money, then you have to push yourself a bit to
Mm,
do something about it. And then it affects our health, whether it's emotional, whether it's uh, psychological, and also it shows up on our physical health.
mhm.
Shoulders, you can have headaches, you can have,
Yeah,
problem with
yeah,
digestions. It's all
yeah,
connected. Those are the side effects as well, but there also obviously there is health that we
yeah.
all have
Yeah,
some it
I
might be an
remember.
ongoing health thing that,
Yeah,
so
I remember the times when I was teaching yoga all over London, and I had like 5 classes a day, and I was traveling from place to place across the whole London, and I was earning okay money when I add it all up, but I was shocked when I added up all of the hours, including
mm,
traveling,
mm,
including, preparation for the classes, including, waiting for the, classes. When I added up all the hours, and the final income, I divided it by those hours, I realized I'm earning so
mm.
little per hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it actually started affecting my health, because I wasn't I didn't I felt undervalued for the considering value I was giving
What
out.
you
I
were
felt
doing. Yeah.
overworked, overtired.
Mm,
Money is energy, energy is money, and so it's all connected. If you are not earning enough and you're working like a dog, it is going to affect your health. Not only that you're overworked, but you're not paid for what you're
yeah.
worth. So it is very much connected. And in terms of your health, I would like to think about this area, not just whether you're healthy or sick. I want to think about this area a little bit broader, and not just physical, but like Zuzka said, also, how you're feeling mentally, because mental health is
Mm,
equally important. And of course, they're all connected, as we know, to physical health. But I want you, when you're rating this, to think not just whether you're healthy or not, but also how you're feeling energetically, whether you
yeah.
are, how vital you feel throughout the day, how mm, vital you're feeling in the morning when you wake up. Are you feeling rested? Because we all know, if we are having a toothache or belly ache, we are not exactly like going to go and grab the opportunities or even call a friend. You know, we just want to
Yeah.
hibernate in bed, and if we are feeling exhausted, burned out, you know, we just want to hide out. So health is a big one, and I dare to say that's where it all starts. That's why we wish health for our birthdays, and you know, it's where everything starts, because when we are not feeling healthy, when we don't have energy, pretty much there is even hard to build relationship with someone, because we need to rejuvenate ourselves and to give to ourselves before we are ready to give anyone, including our children.
And it's not
And it's easy
a
to
coincidence
say,
that
by the way.
these things are next to each other, like personal growth and health, because sometimes, and well, sometimes, very often, people come with health problems, and it goes back to not being satisfied in their lives, not having enough money, but that goes even deeper, you know, which goes into the personal growth again, which, you know, not having boundaries, or working too much, and not, like you don't like you said, not being valued, not being heard, not being seen. But it
Or not having
all
a
shows
purpose
up.
in life.
It all shows up on the physical, in the physical body, in health,
Or not having a purpose in
emotions.
life. You know, if you live every day like work, home, housework, kids, work with kids, you know, this never-ending circle where you're just kind of like machine, and your life is, you know, you've got a feeling like you've got nothing to look forward to. Okay, holidays maybe someday if something works out on us in summer, but you've got no milestones, no aspirations, or no vision, you know, whether
Yeah.
it's for your family or for you personally as a woman. Whether you don't have a purpose in life, or something that will sparkle your life, something you can look forward to, like I'm going for a beautiful yoga class tonight with my friend, you know, something that can, you know, cheer you up, refuel you, some kind of vision, that can also impact your health, because you are feeling kind of like you're just ticking along in life, but nothing really is happening. There's not enough joy, there's not enough creativity, not enough spark. You're just feeling kind of like, man, you know,
Yeah.
like wasted. It's like you're
Surviving.
wasting.
Surviving. Which we come to, so that's health, 0 to 10, where you are. The next one is happiness. So we already kind of mentioned it, that health and happiness, you know, where you are on that scale. So do you have enough of these moments of joy in your life? Little moments, doesn't have to be like, I'm happy when I'm on holiday, which is a good thing, but then in your everyday life, you know, that's those little moments of joy, of happiness, that when you feel happy, when you feel even content, it doesn't have to be jumping up and down, but you know, I feel good, I feel content, or I feel happy or joyful, or you know, flow is good as well. That's happiness. So yeah, where you are on that scale.
Happiness in life, satisfaction, you know, if you
creativity, you already said that, creativity.
yeah, and if you find yourself like, or you can even ask yourself like, when is the last time I really laughed, you know, like I had a good, you know, good laugh. I knew it's time for me to leave England when I realized I haven't laughed for a while, you know. But it's indicator, you know, because when you are in constant stress, worry, that kind of duty mode, it is always like keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. There's no space for lightness. There is no space for relaxation, or for the kind of inviting that kind of laughter. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When we are constantly worried about tomorrow, about, you know, surviving. So that's good indicator, like just feeling, you know, cheerful, or, you know,
Feeling good in the moment, as well, you know, feeling good in the moment. If you can
Yeah.
do that and have that, if you feel that, that is part of the happiness. So yeah, and that could be doing anything. It could be even doing, you know, cooking if you love cooking, if you
Yeah.
love to nourish yourself and you enjoy it. Enjoyment, you know, in activities, not just like you said, not just doing them for the sake of because it's on my list and I have to do it. Yes, we do have to do those things,
Yeah.
but how much have you got of those that you actually enjoy?
Yeah. Or doing something
Yeah,
spontaneous. Like I know,
as well.
like when I'm listening some kind of music or some kind of music comes up or I play it when, you know, when I dance with kids at home when we play music, that's
Mm,
like, that's part of it. When you feel like, when you actively or spontaneously use any opportunity to make that day somehow more special, more pleasant,
yeah,
more cheerful, yeah, for yourself or make a prank on your friend. I don't know, like anything like that.
anything that is,
It's all
you know,
part of it.
makes you makes you happy, makes you feel good,
Mm.
light, whatever those feelings are,
Yeah.
all those feelings. Um, That's happiness in
So
this
yeah,
category.
and you can share with us.
Yeah.
Let us know 1 to 10 happiness. Where are you at?
Okay, so are we ready for the next one? The next one is relationships.
Hmm.
So I think you should go on this one because you
Well, it's very broad, right? It's
yeah.
really, I had on Friday I was doing last Friday I was doing a podcast on relationships, and um mom, like literally 5 minutes before the beginning of the podcast, they said to me, okay, I've got like 15 minutes and I'm going on my own. And I was like, what, 15 minutes talk about relationships, like
Yeah.
what?
Where do I
So
start?
now I've got about minute. So basically it's very broad, right? Relationships, and I mean relationship with yourself, relationship with your partner, with obviously the closest people. That's where those relationships impact us the most, but also, you know, colleagues, friends, you know. So try to rate yourself from
Families,
1 to 10. Hmm?
family.
Family, yeah. Yeah, your mom and dad, if they are still around. um you know, rate yourself 1 to 10 where you feel you stand in this, you know. Are you building a new relationships? Do you feel that your friendships, you're giving enough time, and you know, you have a friend who you can pick up the phone and kind of really open your heart and outpour, you know, like heart to heart connection. So relationships are actually really about the quality of connection with a people that are the most important to us. And be really honest here, you know, with yourself. You know, what's your connection with your partner? Can you tell him absolutely everything and feel heard, and you know, and like you have that pull towards him still, that you want to, you know, hug him or give him a kiss, or just still look at him with those eyes like you are my soulmate type of thing, like I feel that you understand me, that you're staying by yourself side and I can lean on you no matter what happens in life, you know, those kind of questions.
Mm.
Or, you know, with your kids, you know, do you have open, friendly, respectful relationship with your children? Are your children doing well? You know, how they talk about you to other parents, you know, what kind of mommy you are. What about your relationship with your colleagues, with your boss? You know, are you um, do you feel that you can be creative and make a mistake, for example, at work? Or do you feel like you are going to be crucified for it? Or do you
Mm.
feel tension at work with one of your colleagues and it makes you feel like this to go to work? You know, like try to do overall. I mean, this is a big area, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit trickier, but try to do it overall, you know, where you stand in general with these relationships. And it can be like, okay, I've got a 9 with my husband, but I've got like at work I've got like 2, so average it, and you know, try to find the number that is going to feel right for you right now.
Mm.
Yeah.
And also um it's good to notice um the different parts of the relationships. You know, when you just say relationship, like you said, you mentioned all of those. So it's also good to have the average number, but it's also good to have the separate numbers and maybe write down about it. If you have journal about it, and because that is the part in the relationship that probably could do with attention or with something.
Yeah. Please make this exercise yours. This is very good idea. So you can write down, the most important relationships and rate them separately and see, what kind of, exactly like Zuzka said, like where do you feel like, oops, okay, this is fine, this is okay, this is wonderful, but this one I'm struggling with. And
yeah, exactly. So that's relationships, and the next one is free time. So how much free time have you got? This means, have you got to do all of these things, like looking after yourself, work on a relationship, personal growth, free time to rest, free time for you. If this is about you, not free time for others, but free time for you. And also, there's another one, free time, I would say, like quality time with the ones that you love and you want to be around. Is there anything else you would like to add to this, Lucy?
Free time, anything that you do which doesn't include your work or a housework or some kind of tasks that you have to do, like paying the bills, or I take that as a work of some sort. So free time is even like, you can be very honest with yourself and you can say, okay, I've got some free time, okay, like I can have, still time for me to have a bath once in a week, and that's good. But what I would like to have more free time is, like, for example, to have a day when I just wake up anytime and do anything I want. Some people really dream about this.
Yeah.
That one day I wish to wake up and nothing is waiting for me. I can just, do something or not do something as I wish, Like if I choose to watch the telly all day, that will be fine and it's completely accepted. And if I decide to go for a walk in a park and weather is, fine, that kind of,
free time.
I'm just giving you hints, like what.
So it could be also quality time. It is a quality time where you don't have any responsibilities or any task or anything planned. You don't work. There's, it's time for free time, quality time for yourself, or whatever you want to do or don't want to do anything.
And
if you don't want to do anything,
we all live a busy lives, and that's the fair thing, that we all have 24 hours and we all have jobs, and some of us got the kids and other, tasks and duties, and it's normal that in life we are juggling. But I feel that in reality, to have quality free time in this, Western world, in our lifestyle most of us lead, it's almost like we need to create it. Do you think, Susie?
Yeah.
That we need to create it and then protect it, and don't let anything to come in, unless it's real emergency. That's how I have it, because it's so easy to put millions of things in your diary, because there's always something. I was fixing my car today. There's always something to deal with, to do the shopping, to cooking, to clean, to go to school, go to work, housework, write the email, finish the article, whatever you do.
See people, because sometimes it might feel like, okay, I've been so busy, done everything, and there is no time for relationships. So we create that time for relationship. We create that time to see the friends, but then there is no time. Then that eats into our free time as well. So, like you said, it's juggling. Sometimes we might want to see the people, but it's better to have that free time for yourself, to say, no, I just have to leave this one and just have time to myself, because that's really what I need to wake up tomorrow morning and feel better, so that I can see those friends, or so that I can carry on with my work or whatever it is. So yeah, it's juggling, and the
Do you know
free
what
time we
came to my
really need to,
mind?
people, that's the one that is left out, I think, more often, mostly. Let
Mostly.
us know. I think that free time is forgotten, because we want to do all of those things and fit it all in, but we
Yeah.
forget to schedule that free time. We really have to be we really have to be thinking about and create that free time for ourselves. Literally schedule
And
it
it's very
sometimes.
important. We need, I totally need that nothing time. That
Mm,
nothing morning or nothing
yeah.
3 hours where I can just, because otherwise we do get overworked. And you know what came to my mind? Like, and let me know, how many of you done this thing that you promised yourself to meet your friends, to go for a, I don't know, Sunday party or something, and it felt such a right thing to agree to it at the time,
Yeah.
that 1 month later, when it actually came to the moment to go, you're feeling so tired. You
Yeah.
got so many things that you really need to complete, and it feels like the worst idea to get out of the house right now and spending time with people that you maybe not don't even want to really spend the time with. So I'm just an example. Maybe it's wonderful
Mm,
people, and maybe you just want
mm.
to go to get out of the, you know. But it happened to me that I suddenly realized I put so much in my diary that I was like, oh my God, I just wished I said no to this thing so I can have a me time, just me time for doing nothing.
Yeah.
Or I mean, now as a mom I can't have it anyway, but this is like Tanichka is saying exactly. I mean, I know you are really active and you're so wonderful, Tanya, so yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And at that time, if we book ourselves 1 month ahead, at that time it might feel, and we want
Yeah,
to do
it's
it,
a great
but
idea.
then
Yes, I will
when
go.
it comes to it, or 2 days before, and it's like, oh, I'm so tired, I can't really think about going out.
Mm,
It's honoring yourselves, and
mm,
no, it's okay. It's okay to say no. If there is a way of saying it,
mhm.
but it's okay to have boundaries and to say no. Okay, sorry, for whatever reason I can't make it this time.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, it's okay, because things do change. Sometimes we think that when we commit to something and it's a good thing, commit to something, we have to do it whatever happens.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that free time I think, is the one that is usually overlooked or forgotten, or we don't even schedule it in.
And it's,
Everything
can you,
else is in that calendar, in that calendar, in that whatever you making your schedules in or plans in. But free time, let us know. That's probably not
yeah.
there.
And can you see already how these, some of the, for example, free time, how is it closely connected with your health and
Mm,
well-being? How free time is closely connected even with your finance, because the fact is, like, we know, we have our own business. If we are working, and we don't get our, especially us working with people, if we don't give us time to refuel, recharge,
yeah,
then everything, we burn out, and then it impacts finances, it impacts our health, it impacts our happiness, because suddenly we wake up in the morning, and although we are doing what we love, we are feeling
yeah.
exhausted, because there's a balance, right? So
So that's
oh,
that's
I'm
free
glad we're
time.
talking about this, and I'm glad that some of you are finding yourself in
Yeah. So free time. Next one is attitude.
attitude. So raise yourself 1 to 10, and we explain what we mean by attitude. Zuzi, go ahead.
Attitude is towards life, towards approach to life, towards yourself, attitude towards others. Um, it's how you. But I'm trying to kind of feel into it. We know what attitude means, so what kind of attitude we have towards, I think, all of these areas that we
Yeah,
mentioned.
examples are probably good
Yeah.
to use here is like, and I'm fascinated by the way,
Yeah.
when I see it around me, because example might be like, suddenly day to day your boss tells you that you are being made redundant. You know, how do you, what's going to be your attitude? Is it going to be glass half full or half empty? Are you going to, of course it's going to be probably shock for it would be for any of us,
Yeah.
but then after you get over the initial shock, like what kind of feelings you are going to have? Are you going to feel like, and it's closely connected to personal development as well, the way you feel about yourself, relationships, confidence, you know, are you going to feel like, oh my god knows where I'm going to find a job, if I'm going to find a job, am I going to be able to find a, you know, I mean, those concerns would be probably normal, but after you get over it,
Yeah.
are you going to kind of shake it off and start searching and get okay, shake it off next, you know, and keep
Yeah.
connection and believe that, okay, it meant to happen, you know, I'm going to find even something better, and year later or half year later I'm going to look back at this time of my life and I will be thinking, wow, I done, you know, thank god it happened, now I've got a much better job with,
Yeah.
for greater money paid, you know. So what's your attitude in daily situations? You know, are you waking up in the morning feeling like, oh god, you know, it's just, oh, another day? Or you're waking up thinking, okay, let's see like what this life is going to bring today, you know, am I going to meet someone interesting, am I going to like experience something funny, or you know, like, and of course our attitude is, our
Changes.
mood is changing
Yeah.
all the time, I wanted to say, but attitude is just kind of like general, what we, some of it I think we inherited, you know, it's like, you know, some people are just happy go funny, like easy going, kind of lucky star people.
Yeah.
Much of it is connected with our upbringing, I think, you know, how we observed our parents, whether they've been, you know, if we been brought up in a family when our parents been constantly worried about security, safety, money, you know, do we have enough, or you know, like criticizing, I mean, chances are that you are going to be this kind of worried person, as
It's
an
connected,
adult.
it's mindset as well. It's mindset,
Mm-hmm.
you know, how, because life does happen, and those opportunities, I'm thinking of opportunities, those things do happen in life that, you know, that make you react the way, for example, in that example of being redundant, make you, oh my goodness, you know, what happened, because it suddenly happened maybe, but how quickly, or are
Mm-hmm.
you at all, after that all settles, after a few days or maybe a week, how quickly are you able to shift it into an opportunity, or
Mm-hmm.
to do something about it, to shake
Or
it off
make a
and
peace with it.
make a peace with it? Yes, do something rather than staying in that pit hole for a long time. Or how long, or maybe how long are you staying in that kind of attitude of feeling so sorry or so bad, or you know, it's
Mm-hmm.
not fair? How long we do, it's normal to feel like that. It's not saying that, we're not saying that don't feel like that. It's normal to have those feelings, but how long does it, how long does it stay, do you stay there,
Mm-hmm.
and are you able to make that little step that is a little bit higher than you were when you were at the bottom? So
And
that's the
yeah,
attitude as
I
well.
maybe add one more thing with this. I find that it is in genes, it is our setup, in general,
Mm.
that we had in life, maybe since childhood, but it's also our attitude, is molded, and it depends also on how do we see our future, you know, whether we are living towards the future that we really want, or
Mm.
whether we are, you know, currently feeling not that happy, and we don't even see the light at the end of the tunnel in the future. That also shapes the way
Yeah,
we perceive things and our attitude fundamentally, and it's very normal.
exactly.
So
Exactly. And here it is again connected to other things, because the reason sometimes, or reason might be why we don't see the future and we have that attitude and we are in the attitude, might be because there is not enough free time, because we don't have time for ourselves,
Yes.
because we're not, because and because of that, we're feeling tired
Yes.
and we haven't slept enough and that. Then we're not happy about our career, about our finances. We can't do very much about it.
Yes.
So it's all
So,
connected.
so connected. Like, what do you mean to have a positive attitude? I'm having a stomach pain for 3 weeks. It's all
Yeah,
connected, of course.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You don't know how I feel.
Mm.
Anyway, career is the next one.
And that's the last one as
And it's
well.
the last one.
So yeah, career. Where are you right now? What do you do right now? Are you happy? I'm gonna use happy, the word happy, but is that what you want to do? Does it make you feel satisfied, happy, give you purpose? Uh, mm, and or do you have any hobbies? Because some people are happy in their job, in their career, but and also they have hobbies around it that are different, like for me what I do is my hobby and is my career and is I
That's very
love what I do. But I know some people have jobs and they're happy in their jobs and also have which provide them those finances, the stability, personal growth, and all of that, but also to make them so that they're satisfied and feel the purpose. They have hobbies and other things that they love doing, not in their job, but outside of the job. So I would like to say that it's all, depends where you are. You might be happy in your career and, and also happy that you have other hobbies and things that make you fulfilled, and that's fine.
To,
It doesn't have
to
to be
make
just
it
that one
simpler for
thing.
people, I would maybe leave the hobbies in a free time. Like, I would just, in these sections, if maybe I would
Yeah,
just focus on a career, and again, maybe give example is that I remember I used to be in finances, believe it or not, for
yeah,
many years, working for these blue chip companies. And I know I wasn't happy there. And after I left, it became even more clear that I wasn't happy there. It wasn't, and how I knew it is that it was making me extremely tired. When you're doing something that is not you, like numbers, or if you're a numbers
yeah,
person, it's going to excite you. But if you're a people person like me, numbers are going to be killing you, especially looking at them all day, or typing or something. So, you know first indication, it was making me really tired. Secondly, when I came back home, not only that I was tired, but I felt like I've done nothing that I can be proud about. It didn't make sense to me. I was I was always questioning myself on the meetings, and I was like, really? Like, we are discussing this, like, we are not making any difference to anyone. I don't see that we are doing any good to anyone. Like, if I see something behind me, you know, um, it's just kind of, I was not leaving the trail behind. I was not making difference. I was earning money,
mm,
but I was just, and that was for me personally very, very disappointing and tiring. And I felt like I'm meh, and so, career is a lot of, I mean, of course, it gives you, is money side of it is part of it,
yeah,
like whether you are feeling that they value you, are you feeling valued at work, do you have a good connections with your friends and colleagues, with your colleagues, maybe as friends, do you feel that you can grow in your career, that is giving you some kind of scope for growth, like, so you can progress, and you can see that, if I do this, I can I feeling excited going to work, that,
yeah,
for example, you can be, your voice is heard, your ideas are being discussed, and you feel like you're contributing. All these kind of things take into consideration whether that is happening in your job or not. And it might be important for you progress in your career, it might not, and that's fine too. So it's very individual how you rate yourself in here. But if you're feeling like you are in a job which is dead end, and some people are okay with that, like it's kind of okay job, and that's what Zuzka was saying, then it's possible in life to compensate it with some kind of hobby. So you say, okay, I'm at work, till, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock, but when it finishes, I'm going to, I don't know, roller skate somewhere, by the lake. And that is going to recharge you, make you feel good.
And that doesn't have to be for good, it's for right now. So it could change as well. That couldn't change. So yeah, just rate it where you are there, and it's for your own reflection. And now we're coming to the part now what to do with it. So
Yes.
we've covered.
Maybe before you go, Zuzi, I would just say we will send you this picture, but it looks like, I don't know if you can show. Can you show it somehow, Zuzi? Is it possible for you?
I'm gonna I'm gonna
so
try.
People's got a visual of Wheel of Life, and please share with us. Like, I'm very curious. Where are you rating yourself? But by now, if you've been doing this exercise with us, or you can do it in your own free time, you will have a little bit of idea of where you stand in terms of different areas of your life, and you might have high scores in some areas and slightly lower or maybe really low scores in other areas. And maybe you just found out, like, my god, like, my free time, what do you mean free time? Like, I don't have any. It's like 0 or 1. When I brush my teeth, I'm my free time.
That's my free time, exactly.
Yeah. So
look, you're gonna have to do it because it's it's from your profile.
I will just give you like this. Zuzi, can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a Wheel of Life, just to give you a little visual. You can draw it, you can paint it, you can at least visualize it. I will put it in comments later on, so you can have it. But as you can see, it's a wheel, right? It's a circle. And I remember years ago when I was doing the course, the lecturer used to say to us, like, it's like wheel on a bike, it's when your wheel, because remember, you got a 1 to 10, and when you connect the dots inside of this wheel, can you imagine it? What we are trying to achieve is not so much ideal 10. From my perspective, it's more of a balance for it to be a wheel rather than big drops. Meaning
things.
You can have 7, you can have 8, you can have 9, but not to have like it. Basically, a lot of times, how they say that when you're happy in relationships, something screws up at work, that you can be either happy in relationship or at work. You can't have both. People use this as an example. So and that's that's when you have that drop. And as you know, like on a bike, it would be really hard to cycle on a wheel that is actually not even. So we are trying to create that balance in life, and for that, this exercise is absolutely wonderful. And Zuzka will now tell you what to do next with it, maybe.
So what we're trying to do is to create that balance. But when you find yourself in some areas that are lower than you would like to be, there's things that you can do. And what I think was best, the best thing that I find is if you have, or you don't want, you can talk to people about it, but the first thing you can do, you can write it down. You can write it down on a piece of paper instead of, having it, holding it in your head, and, put it down on a piece of paper and journal about it, write about it, where you are right now, or maybe where you would like to be what would be if you are like 3 or 4 or 5, what do you need to do, or what you would like to do, or what does it take for you to
Mm.
do to go to 7 or 8, or just
Yeah.
one step
How would it
further?
feel like?
How would it feel?
What your life would look like? And you can even pick like 3. Normally, I give my people to pick 3 areas where they score the lowest numbers, because that will reveal very nicely what kind of areas to focus on. And then at the beginning, for example, at the beginning of our coaching relationship, we just choose one, and it really doesn't matter where you start.
Yeah.
It's more like intuitively you know it anyway. Maybe even going through this exercise you already knew a lot of things,
Yeah.
but doing this exercise you will see more clearly impact of it. And it will be so interesting to have someone actually with us live to share what they scored, and
Yeah.
to help them to which is what we do with our people in our coaching sessions, right? And that's where it starts, like to see like how this is impacting this, and how if we if we, for example, choose to work on this area, how everything else would move, to
It moves,
and even if
becomes
it was like,
clearer.
yeah,
Things become clearer, and they become, okay, well, this is why.
yeah,
So then the next step would be to
yeah,
have the next step. What
yeah,
makes it better for you, and then working through step by step and areas by areas. Sometimes when one area improves, other areas improve as
yeah.
well. So it's very individual, but yeah, it could happen.
And do you know what, Susie? I kind of tune in into people, and I can hear maybe some of them saying yes, but it's easy to say, but it's so hard to, like, for example, I knew my relationship with my husband is like functional, non-existent. It's just, kind of we are just putting
Mm.
around, and I know I should pay attention to that, but I'm just kind of lost. I feel like I tried everything. He's not understanding what I'm saying. I kind of like losing him. I'm just example, right?
Yeah,
I'm losing, I've lost interest. I just, want to bury it. I don't even want to talk about it. And this is the thing, like, we can totally ignore things in our lives. In fact, short term is much easier to ignore it, because it's much harder to look into it and be honest, because it
yeah.
hurts at the beginning. It hurts to face the facts. When I say to you, when I was working so much, earning so little, when I added up all the hours, and it was a shocking, horrible revelation. I was like, what? I'm earning, I say nonsense, 150 an hour. It's like, that's not even like, nobody would work for that kind of money. Not even like, I don't know, charity job or something. Like what
Yeah.
I mean. So first of all, to be able to move forward in anything in life, we need to face the reality, and it's ugly, it's horrible. It maybe showed us that we are really screwed up, in our marriage relationship,
Yeah.
in our head, maybe.
That's the
But
scariest thing. That's the
it's
hardest
scary,
thing.
but it's
Yeah.
beginning,
It's
because unless
beginning.
we face the reality, and it's for brave people, unless we
Mm.
face the ugly reality and we have a little bit of breakdown with that, we are not able to move forward without it. Because
Yeah.
what? We will just keep on lying to ourselves, keep on justifying,
Covering
our
up,
own
yes.
inactions, keep on
Avoiding. Yeah.
excusing ourselves, because it's not right time, because it's not, there is never going to be right time
Yeah.
to face the truth, because
Yeah.
it's always going to be hard and uncomfortable.
Yeah. And
So
everyone says it's it is uncomfortable,
yeah,
and we don't want to be uncomfortable,
no,
and we're not wired like that. But in order to do that, to move on, we have to feel we have to feel uncomfortable, and
yes,
it's hard to do it on your own. That's why there are professionals and coaches and practitioners and therapies and all those people that they have the tools, and they can hold the space when it's
they
uncomfortable.
can
So it's
take you
not
through the
take you
process.
through the process, and they say, it's holding space. The holding space don't have to feel really, really bad. It's not,
You
you
don't
know, it's
have to do
uncomfortable,
it
but it's,
alone.
you don't have to do it alone, and it doesn't feel as bad as we think how it might feel if when
Yeah,
we go into it.
yeah.
That's what
And
I'm trying to say.
also, what I always say to my people is important to be able to even get our brain to picture that there's something else on the other side.
Yeah,
You know, if you
yeah,
imagine riverbank, you're here, what you want to be is here. And you know what, from my experiences, people so get used to suffering.
mm,
It sounds weird,
yeah,
but we are so used to suffering because it doesn't come, you know, it doesn't come like in a day. For example, I work with relationship. It's it's continuously dying. It's like gradually dying. So it might even be half dead by the time people start working with me, but they might not feel sometimes it's like okay. And
yeah,
how we justify it, because a friend's got also a relationship and her husband is idiot as well and he's not listening to her feelings. So we're normalizing things, I think, that are not so normal, and they
yes.
can
We
be
get
so
used to
much
it.
better,
We
but
get
we
used to
are
it.
afraid and we stop even dare dreaming or even imagining that in this lifetime we are still young enough to want more, to deserve more, to
Yeah,
aim for more, you know.
yeah.
And
Experience different things,
yeah, and
you know.
no matter what, like guys, you know, I've got a first marriage behind me, which lasted 10 years, and you know, and I dared to left, and it wasn't leave, and it wasn't easy, and you know, and I wouldn't go through it again. I don't take me wrong,
No,
but um but I'm glad I done it. And oh my God, you know, like what I've got now, but it would never happen if I don't go through the hardship, if I'm not honest with myself and say, okay, it's either I die completely or I die mentally, but I will totally die in this relationship if I keep on going this ways. And it's really brave, and it's but
mm,
I was alone with it, and maybe this is why I'm doing what I'm doing as well, to help you
yeah,
not to be afraid, to help you not not to waste your life in a way that, you know, is unnecessary. So I wonder, you know, what did you take out of these guys? What Susie,
yeah.
what you got?
Did you enjoy the practice, the exercise? I mean, it's, you know, it's just, it could be as light as you want it to be. It could be as deep as you want it to be. You know, it's your practice, it's your exercise. So just let us know, you know, was it useful? Was Did any area surprise you, or did you know actually that yes, I knew it was going to be there? You don't have to name any areas, but you know, just let us know. Would be nice to hear.
Would be really nice to hear and to have a little bit of
Yeah,
banter. I always like
yeah,
when we have a little bit of banter, like, because it makes you feel kind of little bit normal when, if you know what it is like, oh girls, they are just replying, Susie, because you can't see the comments.
yes, okay,
They're saying, of course I enjoyed it was useful, good, thank you. Yeah, like I like when we share, um because it makes us feel more normal. Because if someone says, do you know what, area of relationship I feel like really weak for at the moment, and the reason is da 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 da.
hmm,
And I know it's personal, and you know, but then it starts like conversation, and then other person say, oh God, you know, I feel the same, and da, da, da. So you know, share with us, or share with us in private if you want, or
yeah,
send us a personal message. If we want, you know, we can help you, we can support you, we can discuss it, or I don't know, have a phone call with you if you would like that. I don't know. It might be the first and the most important step in your life. You never know. So
exactly. I call it share and declare, you know, it's when we try and avoid something, or I mentioned it last time, but I like to uh, use this, like when we hide something and or trying to cover something for over a long period of time, it just takes our light away. The
Mm-hmm.
more when we shine the light on something that
Mm-hmm.
is hurting or is uncomfortable, or we're hiding from a little light, it just loses its power, and that's what I call declare. You know, I declare it,
Mm-hmm.
even if I say, okay, um this area was 5, and at least you declared it. Yeah, at least I declared it, and it's like, oh,
Yeah,
now I declared it, it's out there, so
release.
you will know subconsciously, okay, it's out there, there's something I can do about it. You
Mm.
know, it's very powerful, very
You know,
powerful.
like I feel that a lot of people are feeling sad and tired because it's like everybody is walking with their own secrets,
Mm-hmm.
with all their own personal secrets, something that hurts them, something that makes them doubt themselves, something that
Yeah.
makes them being sad and suffer in silence.
Yes.
And it's just like you said, and I'm not saying, of course, you need to choose people you share with, and you
Exactly.
can't
Yeah.
just say to any time to anyone. But I want to encourage you guys, like if you have something that is bothering you, something that you're feeling sad about, something that it's so much better when you get it out there. And it's your choice whether, if you have a good friend who won't judge you, who you can trust, do it with them. If you feel like I'd rather do it with a professional who I trust, and you find some, you know, you can share with us, you can, I mean, this is one of the reasons why we are doing this, because I don't want anyone to, you know, suffer in silence
Mm.
unnecessarily. And it would be,
Yeah.
to be honest, I think Susanna and I, we have this gift. We are empaths. We feel you,
Mm-hmm.
and we
Yeah.
want, you know, we have this drive to make a difference. You know, like to me, I love my children, I love my family, but I love making difference. There is something so substantial that I wanna, you know, use in this life, and it would be very greedy of us if we don't do this. I think very selfish, because it's like, you know, if you are someone who likes and is very good at painting,
Yeah.
bloody hell, do it. You know, do
Yes.
it, show it, display it, make a
Or
living out of it.
baking cakes, you know.
You know,
Do it and
yeah,
offer it, because we love cakes, and there are people that
there are people
that
who
can't
can't make cakes
that
like me, you
yeah,
know. So then,
people that can't make them as good as you can, so like me, and I love them,
yeah.
so offer it, put it out there.
I was laughing yesterday, Susie. I was saying, God, I'm so not good in so many things, like accountancy, putting the furniture together,
Yeah.
making cakes, you know, like
Yes.
I'm not good in so many things, but, you know, I'm good at this one thing, so I can't do anything else. So I'm sorry, guys. I have to keep on going with this, because that's actually the only thing I can do well.
Yeah.
To be with you and to support you, to help you. So let us know if we can, through you, do what we love, and you know, on this journey, of course, make a difference in your life, because there's nothing better than someone, you know, calling you or sending you a message in 3-5 years time, and those people are something somewhere completely else in life,
Mm.
you know. Like, do you know that feeling that you have something on your mind and you're struggling with it? And do you know what, that's not a problem. Do you know what is a problem? When 3 years, 5 years later,
Yeah.
someone asks you and you're struggling with same old shit,
Still, yes.
you know. And like, we all have challenges, but I want those challenges to be at least new for you, so you can grow, and it doesn't get boring. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? But if you're complaining persistently over one thing over and over, you know, I've been there, guys.
Mm.
You know, I felt bored of myself.
Yeah, yeah,
I had to do
yeah.
something because
We
it would
all
drive
know
me,
what it
I
is,
was driving myself crazy.
We all know what it is.
Yeah,
So,
we all been there.
yeah,
So
we all been there.
anyway, thank you,
Yeah,
Susie.
thank you.
Thank you.
very much. It was lovely, and we'll see you in another 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's Easter, isn't
It's
it?
Easter.
We have to check. We have to check.
No, Easter is next. Yeah, no, in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. No. I can do it. If you can do it, I can do it.
Okay.
Easter is next week. So, guys, have a great Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter.
I've got
Happy
Easter
Easter,
cushions
everyone.
behind me already. Decorated.
Okay. Happy Easter, and see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Tanya is saying thanks. Thanks, Tanya. Great to have you with us.
Yeah,
Susie,
lovely.
thank you. Bye-bye,
You're welcome.
guys.
Thank you for having me. Bye.